Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Josh. You might know me from websites such as CollectionDX.com. Today I'm bringing you a quick review of the Hot Toys Tron Legacy Sam Flynn with Lightcycle. It's a 1/6 scale figure and vehicle set. It's very cool. Comes in a nice box. Not too fancy though. Has a cool little feature here as a handle. And inside it says, "Welcome to the Grid program." So this is Tron, the second Tron release from Hot Toys. Prior to that, the best Lightcycle that we had available to us from Tron Legacy was that guy. Okay? I mean, made by Spin Master. It's good. It's a passable toy. It's fun and affordable. Who wouldn't like it? Everyone should like it, but not everyone will settle for that. Some people with too much money and a lot of disposable income and free space will go for that one. That's the one we're here to talk about today. That is the Hot Toys Sam Flynn Lightcycle from Tron. As we know, Sam Flynn, son of Kevin Flynn, travels to the grid in Tron Legacy, and pretty much immediately he gets dumped into a Lightcycle arena. This toy, of course, represents that scene in the movie. So it is mostly plastic, just so you know. The tires have hard rubber, but they do spin somewhat. They spin better this way than they do that way, but they do spin. They will roll as advertised. The figure is a fixed pose figure for the most part. So what this means is that you only can pose him on the bike. The knees don't bend. There is articulation in it, but it's not meant to be a standalone figure. So the lines are smooth. It is very heavy, nicely detailed. Lots of it lights up. I'm going to save the light up features for later on, but you control them here. One position has just lights, the other position has lights, and the motor spins. 3 AA batteries go in this compartment here that lights up the bike. The figure has 3 watch batteries that are put in through this little assembly here, and then the head also has its own set of batteries. So to properly illuminate the figure, you need to switch on 3 different sets of electronics. So it has some really smooth lines, has a lot of nice weight to it. It is a great looking figure, of course. The facial sculpt is right on, as it should be, with Hot Toys. I mean, it really doesn't disappoint in that respect. So, as a standalone piece, it looks pretty. Okay? Looks pretty. There are some things you can do with it. The figure is removable and has some option parts. So we're going to go through that, the removal of the figure process, and it'll show you a little more of the workings of the cycle. Okay? So first thing you can do is these panels on the back come out. I don't know if you can see in there, so I need you to focus on that. Those are metal support rods in there. So that's where some of the weight comes in. Okay? Then you can pop up, oh, let me zoom back out, sorry guys. You can pop out this assembly piece, and you can see that there are metal rods in there as well, which is nice. That pops up this piece. Okay. Now you can see that not only is the metal detailed, metal rods, but it's detailed too with paint and stuff, so that's kind of cool. And then this piece goes up. Okay, so with the bike, we do have some cool attention to detail, some really interesting things here. That there are some slight movement with these handles here. There's some nice detail in the leg pegs there. Check this out. The inside, well, you guys can see it, but there's printed circuitry on the inside of the panels with the slight green and gold like you would on a printed circuit board. that is impressive. The level of detail, something that you don't see in the movie. Maybe it was in the concept art, but just a nice touch that you would expect no less from Hot Toys. Yeah, so in a nutshell, bike is really nicely designed. You've got the excellent detail inside the flaps, excellent detail in the foot pegs. These pieces came off in the box, but they just snapped back in. Tires are a little stiff, but the fit and finish of this piece is impeccable, as all Hot Toys releases should strive to, considering the prices that they command. It is a fingerprint magnet. This bike is what it is. So, with that in mind, we will now talk about Mr. Sam Flynn. So, this is not a figure per se, like your typical 1/6 scale. This is a fixed pose kind of dummy figure that fits on the bikes, but it's not without its cool bits. It does have a little articulation. It has a little waist joint there. It has full range of arm at the shoulder. It's a ball joint. The wrists have a full articulation. Something I've noticed, I'll check it out if you can see, is that the paint has begun to rub where it hits the arm. So I've noticed that on both hands. Not ideal, but whatever. The head moves a bit, but not a lot. So here's an interesting thing. There's two heads. There's the normal head and there's the helmeted head. The normal head fits on great. The helmeted head is a really tight fit. And then it's not really secured with anything. It just kind of stays in with friction, whereas the original head will pop on noticeably. So I don't know if this is a problem with mine. I tried cutting out a little bit to get some more room, but yeah, it is what it is. So let's look at this face. How handsome, how lifelike. It's very nice. He looks good on the bike. So you've got the alternate head. You've got an alternate leg that I'll show you. So the leg pops off, and they use your standard headphone jack. And what it does is that brings the light feature from the body through to the leg. Okay. There's also a variant hand. That variant hand there is for the second identity disc. So there are two identity discs, as you can see here. This one is as it is mounted on its back. This one is as it is activated. So it would go in his hand like so. So why? Well, let's show you why. Alright, so here's how we gotta get him in. Well, it's helpful if you could see what I'm doing here. Very good. Open up all your panels. Doohickeys. Open it up. Mr. Flynn on the bike, like so. Make sure that the foot is in the foot peg. Make sure the hand's on the hand peg, and you can start closing all the panels. I don't have them quite lined up, but that's alright for the moment. So that gives him the leg down action, and he can do the kind of Lightcycle, blade on the ground when he's going around the corner kind of action going on there. It's rather nice, but I think for my purposes, I am going to keep the helmeted head on. So, all of this talk, all of this tease, I have told you that it lights up, but I have not shown you that it lights up. We will do that next. So the bike illuminates like so. first thing you do is you turn on the switch below to illuminate the cycle, behind the head for the body, and the head itself. So there's 3 separate switches. The bike illuminates with a series of LEDs that are spread throughout the wheels, the body, and runs up through the cowl that goes over the figure. This is 3 separate electrical systems. The figure itself, it's activated with 3 watch batteries behind where they mount the identity disc. Illuminates through the body, through the legs, through the arms. The switches back here. I have him holding his disc out because it is hard to access the switch when he has his disc on the back of the figure. The head you should also remove to switch on and off. If you can, the little emblem on the head lights up, the lights in the helmet light up, the control panel lights up. It's really quite remarkable. The motor does turn, but it's a bit noisy, as you can hear. Perhaps when the batteries aren't as strong as they could be. As you can see, it does look phenomenal. The illumination in the face could be a little stronger, but it's pretty cool. I don't have any huge complaints about it. Get a nice look at the panel there. So it's pretty cool. It's a nicely detailed panel, and you can see the detail in the legs, even in the feet come down, and the lights are just brilliant throughout the whole figure. There's really nice touches. For example, inside the handles, the little circles that light up is really nice. It does look really, really great and really impressive. If only there was a way to hardwire this so I can activate it with a, inside of a display case or something. It is really, really remarkable. So that's the Hot Toys Sam Flynn Lightcycle from Tron Legacy, available through the fine folks at angolz.com, ANGOLZ. Worth pre-ordering, because once again these things sell out like crazy, and then you kick yourself on the secondary market having to pay an arm and a leg. Once again, this is Josh from CollectionDX, and I will see you on the grid. Alright, so, shit, I don't know where to start. Burp. Sam Flynn burps. I'm so professional.